Good day, everyone. For this particular video, we'll be discussing about the two types of forces that govern in a molecule, which are the intermolecular forces and also the intramolecular forces. What's the difference between the two? When we talk about intramolecular forces, these are the forces that hold atoms together within a molecule. Take note of the phrase within a molecule. So say, for example, we can see here from the illustration, the bond between hydrogen and chlorine. So there is a tie between these two. And this tie or bond is what you call as the intramolecular force, which connects the two. So this is an attraction between an atom inside or within a molecule. So we call it as your intramolecular force. On the other hand, when we talk about intermolecular forces, these are the forces that exist between molecules. So say for example, we can see here a molecule of hydrogen chloride and another molecule of hydrogen chloride. And there is like a tie or connection or attraction between these two. And this is what you call as your intermolecular attraction. This is between molecule to another molecule. So once it is within the molecule, you call it as intramolecular attraction or bond. And once it is between two molecules, you call it as an intermolecular attraction. So what's the difference? Or in detail, here's the discussion on the bonding and also the intermolecular forces. The top of bonding or intramolecular forces, this exists inside the molecule. The force which keeps the molecule together, like for example, the hydrogen and the chloride together, it is intramolecular force. Maybe ionic, covalent, and metallic, which we discussed already in chemistry 1, and we will review more here in chemistry 2. Relatively strong, and charges are larger and closer together. It involves charges. We talk about intramolecular forces. It might be a transfer of electron. It might be a sharing of electrons between molecules. So this is your intramolecular force or your chemical bonding. On the other hand, when we talk about intermolecular forces in detail, this is attractive force between molecules, responsible for keeping matter in solid or liquid phase and relatively weak, involve smaller charges that are farther apart from each other. So just an introduction, you can see here the charge, no, between hydrogen, which is positive partially, and a chlorine, which is negative, partially negative. This negative is attracted to positive, and this negative is connected with another positive, and they are vice versa. So there is like a charge, a smaller or partial charges, and that is involved in your intermolecular forces, which is relatively weak compared to the bonding you've learned in your chemistry 1, which are relatively strong, such as your ionic bond, your covalent bond, and your metallic bond.